Got a new little mini-series here to introduce. First one is going to be on the right of free speech. Excuse me. This Nebraska senator made his statements on Friday. Today's Thursday. So Friday of last week. But I withheld judgment when I first heard, and I'm going to show you the video. When I first heard his little rant and all that bullshit, I was like, man, they need to censure that son of a bitch. They need to kick him out of the unicameral. Now, for those of you that don't know, we have 50 states, right? Out of those 50 states, 49 of those states has a House of Representatives and a Senate. The state of Nebraska has what's called a unicameral. There's 48 or 49 people in that, and for the legislative branch, those 48 or 49 are the ones that decide what goes to the governor, and then the governor has an option to veto it or pass it. It's kind of a weird deal, but that's where I grew up. I actually got schooled in the unicameral. Is it better than having two houses? Yeah, honestly, I kind of think it is. But anyway, this Senator Ernie Chambers, he's black. He lives in the north side of Omaha, which is where I grew up, north side of Omaha. And he's always about the blacks getting screwed over by the cops. He's always about the state of Nebraska not supporting North Omaha. Whatever. But this video is going to be about the right of free speech. And I'll put it in right here.
If I was going to carry a weapon, it wouldn't be against you. It wouldn't be against these people who come here that I might have a dispute with. Mine would be for the police. And if I carried a gun, I'd want to shoot him first and then ask questions later, like they say the cop ought to do. I wouldn't go to Syria. I wouldn't go to Iraq. I wouldn't go to Afghanistan. I wouldn't go to Yemen. I wouldn't go to Tunisia. I wouldn't go to Lebanon. I wouldn't go to Jordan. I would do it right here. Nobody from ISIS ever terrorized us as a people as the police do daily.
You did not hear me say anything. You went by something that you read by a woman who does not get things correct, and all of you have fallen for the okie doke, and that's what you're stuck with. But I will continue to condemn the police when they are wrong, and in my community, they are wrong.
Believe that shit? Alright, now you've seen the video. I'll bet many of you got as pissed off as I did when I heard about this shit. When I watched it on YouTube, when I watched it on TV, because on public broadcasting service here, they cover the entire unicameral every day, all day long. It doesn't matter how long it is. You can watch it live. Kind of like C-SPAN. You British guys, it's, I don't know if BBC does that, or I don't know. So they were going to censure Ernie Chambers. They told him he needed to apologize. And he said, fuck no, I'm not doing it. You want to try and punish me? Bring it. Don't sing it, bring it. So I kind of listened to the arguments. And I tell you what, I ended up having to agree with Ernie Chambers because if you don't have the right of free speech in the Senate, even if it's a state Senate, then you don't have the right of free speech at all. He can get up there and spout all this bullshit, which many of you will consider bullshit. But the guy does have a point. He can say what he wants. He's in the unicameral as a representative, so he should be allowed to say what the fuck he wants. And contrary to popular belief, they're not going to do shit to him because he can say what he wants. He can say what he believes. He can stick up for his constituents, which are North Omaha, where all the shootings and all the bullshit go down. But he does, in that video, you saw that he does contradict himself and he kind of denies. But what I watched today, they were all over him. But then quite a few of them stood up and said, I don't agree with it, but he has a right to spout his bullshit. So I kind of got to thinking about that today, and I was like, yeah, they're right. He does have a right to spout his bullshit. So I'm okay with it. The mayor of Omaha ragged on his ass. The governor ragged on his ass. The police chief of Omaha ragged on his ass. But to put it bluntly, everybody's talking about their own opinions, and they're all entitled to have an opinion. You know, same thing that always goes on. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. But I'm glad I had already decided my opinion of it before I watched today's video. Because I got to thinking about it and I was like, nah, he's right. Let him have his opportunity to do whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to say, let him get it out there. So the censure's not going to happen. The apology's not going to happen. None of that shit's going to happen. And once again, he's going to get away with it. Get away with it, or once again, he outsmoked the white people in the legislature, in the unicameral, which I just kind of sit back and laugh about. But hope you enjoyed this. This is not a thumbs up, thumbs down friggin' video, but you can do whatever you want. Before you comment, I suggest you actually think about it, because if you can't have free speech in your legislative branch in whatever state you live in, then you don't have free speech. Alright, the next one's going to be property rights. You guys are going to trip on this, but I spent like 3 hours watching a debate on property rights. But I gotta find something to back up the arguments. Because of course you know I'm gonna be for property rights. It's alright, NT8 on the porch. Talk to you later. Rate, comment, and do whatever.